Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Lovington Wildcat and Eunice Cardinal Baseball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Today we are live on HobbsAmerica.com, the Lea County News and Sports YouTube channel, and the Eunice Sports YouTube channel. I'm TJ Miracle, flying solo today, sitting in for Jimmy and Rosendo and the crew on the Eunice Sports YouTube channel, and Dawn Morgan sitting in for her. She's doing Lovington Lady Cat softball. Their district opener starts here in just a little while over on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. So getting ready for this one for the Lovington Wildcats. It is their final tune-up before they get district underway 1 week from today. For Eunice, they are 8-2 on the season and looking just to continue rolling on through. Of course, the Cardinals are the defending 2A state champions, and one of the little boo-boos on their record 1 year ago when they won the state title was against these Lovington Wildcats. Let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups. We will start with Coach Reynolds' Eunice Cardinals. Batting first and playing in left field will be Alfredo Morales. Batting second is the shortstop Jonathan Caballero. Hitting third and pitching today will be Chance Tucker. Batting in the fourth slot and playing first base will be Jose Calvio. Batting fifth is the catcher Bubba Cerna. The sixth hitter playing second will be Aiden Pender. Batting seventh playing center will be Billy Blevins. Batting in the eighth spot and playing third base will be Braylon Jeter. And batting in the 9 hole and playing in right field will be Brady Colburn. Turning the page for the Lovington Wildcats under head coach Robert Areola, 6-9 so far on the season. Their starting lineup today, batting first and playing third will be Ryan Weiser, batting second. Playing short, Luis Garcia. Batting third is the center fielder, Micah Pondo. Batting fourth and pitching will be Jonathan Aceves. Hitting in the 5 slot and catching, Jaden Hernandez. Hitting number 6 and playing first, Nick Pata. Batting 7th is the DH, Ethan Gonzalez. Batting 8th and playing in right field, Patrick Sanchez. And batting 9th is the second baseman, Cesar Salinas. Gonzalez will be hitting in place of Aiden Taylor, who gets the start in this one in left field. For the Wildcats, it is senior day today. They will be acknowledging the seniors between the varsity game and the JV game, which will follow immediately after. So congratulations to those seniors. Now, of course, last time we saw the Cats, it was a doubleheader in Roswell against the Roswell Coyotes. I believe they're picked to finish second in that district, and they knocked off the Cats in both games of that one, but a very close game one. It was a walk-off in the 7th inning in that first game, which gave Roswell the win in that. So Lovington looking to bounce back against a tough Eunice Cardinal squad. While we've got a minute, I'd like to say a big thank you to everybody who sponsors both the Lovington Wildcats and the Eunice Cardinals. You can see those folks along the bottom of your screen, and you will also be hearing their spots throughout this game today. And we appreciate everybody who makes it possible for us to bring you these ball games. As Coach Areola, Coach Reynolds heading to the center square to exchange lineups and pleasantries, get all their instructions, of course, from the officiating crew here this afternoon. And a gorgeous day for baseball, really and truly is here in Lovington. Maybe just a little bit breezy. We're going to be looking at about 65 degrees at first pitch. The wind is moving kind of in and from right to left. So going to be hard to get one out of here today, but both of these teams can definitely, throw the bats around, to be sure. So going to be looking forward to seeing what's going on. Of course, as we mentioned, the Cardinals, the defending state champions, Lovington, in a little bit of a rebuild mode, but I think maybe already ahead of where any of us expected them to be. 6-9, I know not where Coach Robert Areola wants them to be, but a chance to take on a tough squad in Eunice and to get one game closer to 500 with the district season going to be getting underway. For the Wildcats, they are wearing the home whites, all white with the royal blue letters and numbers, Cats in script along the chest and the white lids. For Eunice, they are wearing the road reds with the white pants. Of course, kind of the tequila sunrise almost look to those white letters and numbers for the Cardinals, and Eunice along the front and the red and white lids with the St. Louis Cardinal-esque logo on the crown of that cap. So red versus blue, North Lea County versus South Lea County. Always a big to-do when these two squads get underway. Pretty good crowd on hand thus far, but I would imagine as we get after 5 o'clock, more and more folks will start showing up for this one as the Cats and the Cardinals get ready to take each other on here this afternoon. Let's go ahead and set the defenses for you. We will start with Lovington when they are in the field, since they'll be taking the field first. You've got your battery today, Aceves and Hernandez. The infield from first to third, Pata, Salinas, Garcia, and Weiser. The outfield left to right, Taylor, Pondo, and Sanchez. For the Eunice Cardinals when they are in the field, it'll be the battery of Tucker and Cerna. The outfield, or rather the infield, first to third, Calvio, Pinder, Caballero, and Jeter. In the outfield, left to right, Morales, Blevins, and Colborn. Now the Cats and the Cards getting ready to go here this afternoon from Wildcat Park. I'm TJ Miracle sitting in for Jimmy and Rosendo and the crew on the Eunice broadcast, and flying solo on the Lovington side of things too. Don Morgan on assignment over with the Lovington Lady Cats, just about 500 yards from here over at Lady Cat Field. The Lovington Lady Cat District matchups available on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and also on HobbsAmerica.com. So a long meeting going on at the mound, or rather at the plate. These Coach Reynolds and Coach Ariola, I know, had a long discussion before the ball game. Now I think maybe just talking about some of the ground rules and some of the other things that they see. Of course, Wildcat Park here is a natural turf field, so a little bit different for Eunice, as they're used to playing on the artificial turf. They're at Cardinal Park and Cardinal Field, but field looks like it's in great shape, so we're going to take a timeout for the national anthem. We'll come back with the first pitch. This is Cardinal and Wildcat Baseball from New Hallmark Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lea County electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lea County electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lea County Electric, owned by those we serve.
School is back in session, and we are excited to be back. The Lovington Municipal School District welcomes our amazing students, staff, and families. With over 3,000 students across 10 campuses, the Lovington School District is the pride of Lea County. As we build champion cats, we're looking forward to seeing you at school activities. For on-demand updates about Lovington schools, please log on to lovingtonschools.net.
At Devon, they're proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership, skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat and Eunice Cardinal Baseball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for being with us on a beautiful Thursday afternoon pre-Easter for this one, as the Wildcats and the Cardinals, a Lea County matchup here today. On the mound for Lovington as we prepare to get this one underway, it'll be Jonathan Aceves. His battery mate is Hernandez. The infield from first to third, Pata, Salinas, Garcia, and Weiser. Outfield left to right, Taylor, Pondo, and Sanchez. Leading things off for the Eunice Cardinals, it'll be number 10, Alfredo Morales. He'll be followed by Jonathan Caballero and then Chance Tucker. That is 1, 2, 3 in the red lineup. They'll be followed by Jose Calvio. He hits in the cleanup spot. Then Bubba Cerna. Aiden Pender bats 6. Billy Blevins in the 7th slot. Braylon Jeter bats 8th. And Brady Colborn bats number 9. So Aceves on the hill for Senior Day from here at Wildcat Park as the throw down to second. And we are ready to go on this Thursday afternoon. Pre-district baseball today from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports on the Eunice Sports YouTube channel, the Lea County News and Sports YouTube channel, and on HobbsAmerica.com. So Morales will lead things off as he's going to settle into the right side box as Aceves, the senior righty, prepares to deal. Outfield playing straight away, wind blowing about 10 miles an hour from the right to the left and slightly in. And the first pitch fastball swung on. That one is shot out to the parking lot and will be strike number 1. Please don't hit the white Highlander. I would appreciate that. So it's a no ball, 1 strike count. We are underway. Top of the first inning. Infield, their normal positions as Aceves sets and fires, and that fastball is going to be away and even things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. Aceves looks in with the glove up high. Now he'll set low. Hernandez set up right over the middle, and the 1-1 pitch took a little bit off of that one and gets Morales right over the top of it. Swing and a miss, strike number 2. So the 1 ball, 2 strike count as Hernandez sets up well outside. And the 1-2 pitch from Aceves and gets Morales to chase, ring him up, sit him down, and that will be 1 away for the Eunice Cardinals in this top of the first inning. So that'll bring Jonathan Caballero to the plate. There's Caballero, big contributor for these Eunice Cardinals, 8-2 on the season. Looking to get 1 win closer to double digits before they take on El Paso Leadership Academy this weekend. So Aceves ready to deal, and the first pitch to Caballero is going to be at the top of the zone, called strike 1. So a no ball and 1 strike count. There is 1 down, top of the first inning, no score from here in Lovington. Aceves gets the sign. Quick worker ready to go, and the 0-1 pitch took a little bit off of that one and hits the top of the zone for a called strike 2. Caballero kind of stands out and like, all right. Looks like this umpire going to give him the top of the zone at least early. Hernandez sets up well outside, and the pitch, the 0-2, and that one is going to be well high and to the backstop. Ball number 1, nobody on, so no harm, no foul. And it just becomes a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Caballero steps out, looks down at Coach Reynolds. Now he steps back in. Ready to go with a 1-2 count. As Aceves ready, he'll kick and deal, and that one is going to be low and away. And even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the 2 ball, 2 strike count to Caballero, the number 2 hitter for the Cards. Settles back in to the right side box and the 2-2 pitch, and that one is going to be at the top of the zone. Got him looking, called strike 3, ring him up, sit him down. And back-to-back Ks for Aceves to put the Cards down 2 strikes, or rather 2 outs here in this first inning. So now it'll be the pitcher, Chance Tucker, to the plate. Tucker wears number 9. The righty with the slightly open stance settles in. Kind of waves the bat. And Aceves ready to deal, and the wind and the first pitch, and that one is going to be too high for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strike count to the number 3 hitter, Chance Tucker. As Aceves ready to deal, and the 1-0 pitch, and Tucker wanted all of that one and kind of swung out of his shoes there and evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. I think I've noticed watching some of the Eunice broadcasts this year, sometimes they're a little slow to get started, but once they get uncorked, they are awful hard to stop. And the 1-1 pitch on the way, and that one is going to be too high. Good eye for Tucker, makes it ball 2. 2 ball, 1 strike count. There are 2 down. Lovington playing pretty much normal around the infield. Outfield about halfway back. And the 2-1 delivery from Aceves swung on, and that one is going to be hammered to the left side, but it'll go foul and all the way to the fence. Evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tucker was sitting back and ready for that one and got a charge on it just a little bit early. Of course, we've talked about this throughout the season. Aluminum bats are allowed this year. That one sounded like it was still wood, and the pitch to Tucker, breaking ball, just going to miss outside, and that'll run the count full to Tucker. Tucker can find his way on. Jose Calvillo waits on deck for the Cardinals. So Tucker waves the bat, is ready to go. It's got a metallic sheen on it. It may be a composite. And the payoff pitch from Aceves, and that one is going to be low for ball number 4. So Tucker works the walk on a full count, and that'll bring the cleanup hitter Jose Calvillo to the plate.
Next up to bat number 24, Jose Calvillo.
So Calvillo, the lefty first baseman, I should say. I'll learn the difference between right and left before the end of the day, I promise. Settles in. Tucker at first from the stretch, fastball outside. And it's a 1 ball, no strike count. Top of the first, no score, 2 down for Eunice. But a runner at first. That's Tucker over there who worked the 2-out walk. Pata holds him on over at first. Aceves takes a long look. Now he'll set at the belt. From the stretch and the 1-2 pitch fastball. That one's going to run inside. Nice job by Hernandez to stop it up. But it's a 2 ball, no strike count. Got to be a little bit careful through the heart of this Eunice lineup. Tucker is a threat to run over at first. So Aceves going to keep an eye on him. Hernandez sets up, and the 2-0 pitch, fastball outside. Runner goes, throw down, and sweep tag not in time as Garcia puts the sweep tag on. And Tucker gets the stolen base. It was ball 3 at the plate. So now runners at second in scoring position with 2 out and a 3-0 count to Calvillo at the plate. But he really holding him on. Garcia kind of shadowing a little bit, and the 3-0 pitch fastball, and that one is going to be on the outside corner, called strike 1. Take sign on. You got to think there for Calvillo. So now it's a 3 ball, 1 strike count. Tucker leads off a second. Aceves takes a long look into Hernandez, gets his sign. Checks off on the runner. Checks him again. Now will come with the 3-1 pitch swung on, and that one is going to be lifted high in the air to deep left field, but it'll go foul and out of play. So we'll reset now with a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes to the cleanup hitter, Calvillo. So 3-2 the count. Back-to-back hitters have worked the count full against Aceves. He looks into Hernandez, has the sign. Checks off on the runner, and the payoff pitch fastball swung on, and that one will be hammered. Weiser gets it on the hop, fields it, fires it over to first, and that one is going to be in time for the out. So Calvillo grounds out 5-3. For out number 3. Eunice threatens but comes up empty in the top of the first. We've played a half inning. Eunice 0, Lovington coming to bat. This is Wildcat and Cardinal Baseball on the Lea County News and Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com, and the Eunice Sports YouTube channel.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lea County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lea County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lea County athletics.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Back here in Lovington for Eunice in the top of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and one runner left on base. We turn it over and go to the bottom of the first with no score. Leading it off for the Wildcats, it'll be number 2, Ryan Weiser. He'll be followed by Luis Garcia and then Micah Pondo. That's 1, 2, 3 for Lovington. Aceves bats fourth, then Hernandez, Pata, Gonzalez, Sanchez, and Salinas. For the Eunice Cardinals out in the field, Chance Tucker is on the hill for the Cards. Bubba Cerna is his battery mate. Infield first to third, Calvillo, Pender, Caballero, and Jeter. And your outfield left to right, Morales, Blevins, and Colborn. So Weiser will lead it off for Lovington. Wears number 2 on the pinstripe jersey. So he'll settle in. Weiser with pretty good eye at the plate and big wheels out there. He's definitely got some speed, and if he can get on, he is a threat to run, to be certain. As the Cards get ready for their defensive half of this first, the Cats getting ready for their offensive half. We are ready to go. Tucker deals first pitch, and that one will run outside for ball number 1. So bottom of the first inning, no score. Tucker looks in, has the ball high before he comes to the belt and delivers the 1-0 pitch. Weiser shows bunt, pulls it back. That fastball goes outside, gets past Cerna. Nobody on, no harm, no foul. Little clink off the cinder block retaining wall. And now it's a 2-ball, no strike count. Tucker with a pretty good fastball. He's got a pretty good breaking ball, too, and the 2-0 pitch. Weiser shows bunt, pulls it back as that one is going to be called strike 1. So a 2-ball, 1 strike count. Ryan maybe trying to kind of get a little gauge on the speed and the movement from Tucker. Cerna sets up right over the heart of the plate, and the 2-1 pitch took something off of that one, and the changeup nips the outside corner and evens things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the 2-ball, 2 strike count. Blevins shading a little bit over towards left center, and the 2-2 pitch in there, called strike 3. Ring him up, sit him down, and there is one gone for the Cats in this bottom of the first. So now to be Luis Garcia, the shortstop, coming in. Plays righty in the field, but hits lefty. And does not wear batting gloves. Rubs the dirt on the hands. I can appreciate that. So he'll step in with the open stance in the left side box. First pitch from Tucker swung on, and that one is lifted high in the air and going to go foul over to the Lovington batting cages for strike number 1. So Garcia now down, no balls, 1 strike. As Tucker ready. Cerna gives the sign, sets up on the inside corner, and the 0-1 pitch, and that one is going to be a fastball that runs inside and evens things up, 1 ball and 1 strike. Pender playing fairly deep in the hole out at second. Everybody else pretty well straight away as the 1-1 pitch comes in, and that one going to be inside and gets away from Cerna. Again, nobody on, no harm, no foul. Cerna's had a little trouble corralling some of these pitches from Tucker, especially the ones with late movement. Probably something they're going to have to talk about and work on a little bit if Lovington can get some in on the base paths. And the 2-1 pitch swung on, and that one is lifted high in the air to left field. It's going to drop into left center on a little Taylor. Garcia with good wheels rounds first, and he is headed to second with a 1 out stand-up double. So got that one. Blevins with good speed out there was moving on it. That one tailed pretty good, though, in the wind. The wind is blowing from right field to left field. Gusts up to 20-25 miles an hour. It is swirling a little bit. It'll go from right to left, almost straight in. So now Micah Pondo to the plate with a runner at second and 1 out. Garcia, pretty good lead over there. Tucker will check on him. And he'll kick and fire the fastball outside corner to Pondo, called strike 1. Garcia again with good wheels. He's going to be looking for any opportunity he can to get over to third. Zerna with a pretty good arm back there. Not much of a lead as Pender on covering in the 0-1 pitch fastball outside. Evens things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. Acapando at the plate. Luis Garcia with a 1-out double stands at second. Tucker checks the runner and the 1-1 pitch breaking ball. Doesn't break enough. Good movement on it, but not far enough in, and it'll be ball number 2. Hondo kind of shuffled out of the way just a little bit, but no need. It's a 2 ball, 1 strike count. So now Caballero going to come over, and now Pender will switch off to keep the runner close at second. Swung on, and that'll be a chopper over towards Caballero. He comes up firing, gets it to first in time. Garcia heads to third, slides in, and is he going to be safe? He is. And so Pondo is going to be out 6-3 for out number 2, but Garcia will move down to third on the play. So 2 down now for the Wildcats, but a man just 90 feet away as Jonathan Aceves, the pitcher, to the plate. Going to look to help his own cause out. So a little bit of a jam here for the Cards in the bottom of the first. Cats looking to cash in as the first pitch curveball as Aceves bends out of the way of that one. Ball 1. So the 1 ball, no strike count. Garcia stands at third. Tucker gets the sign, sets up on the right side of the rubber and the pitch, and that one going to be up and in on the fastball and make it a 2 ball and no strike count. Tucker takes the deep breath as he looks into Cerna, gets the sign. And the 2-0 delivery curveball swung on. It'll be a soft little grounder handled by Coach Ariola over at third, and he'll fire it back over to Tucker on the mound, and it's a 2 ball, 1 strike count. Aceves settles back in the big open stance in the right side box. Tucker deals the 2-1, swung on and missed. As Aceves wanted all of that one and comes up empty, even the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the 2-2 count, Tucker trying to work his way around a 1-out double. And he'll deal the 2-2 pitch, swung on, and that one will be hammered fair down the third baseline. That'll get a run home as Aceves heads to first and is going to pull. Nope, he's going to go for second. He is on his horse and slides in. A good throw in from Morales, but not in time. So it's a 2-out RBI double to left. That'll cash in Luis Garcia, and the Cats will take the 1-0 lead. So now Jaden Hernandez to the plate, as the Cats have taken a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. We will have a courtesy runner in. That's Jaden Gutierrez checking in for Aceves, the pitcher. So runner at second, 1 run across for the Cats on a couple of hits here in the first. Tucker checks on the runner and comes home, and that one on the outside corner. Good fastball, strike 1. So the 0 ball, 1 strike count. Here in the bottom of the first, Lovington trying to do some more damage with 2 outs. Tucker checks the runner and comes with the 0-1 pitch, swung on, and that one's going to be a shot up the middle. Bouncing, Caballero has it, double clutches, fires over to first. Stretching out is Calvillo in time to get the out. 6-3 for out number 3, but the Cats put a run across. We head to the second. It's Lovington 1, Eunice 0. This is Wildcat and Cardinal Baseball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy, located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
In the bottom half of the first inning, the Wildcats get one run on 2 hits, no errors committed by the Cardinals, and 1 runner left on base as we head to the top of the second inning. Leading it off for Eunice, it'll be Bubba Cerna. He'll be followed by Aiden Pender, and then Billy Blevins, 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Cards. I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for being with us here on the Eunice Sports YouTube channel, the Lea County News and Sports YouTube channel, and on HobbsAmerica.com. Sitting in for Jimmy and Rosendo and the Eunice crew today. And Dawn Morgan, my normal partner in crime, handling the Lovington Lady Cats as they open district just down the street at Lady Cat Field. That doubleheader should be getting underway here in just a few minutes on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. So Cerna, the catcher, will step in as the throw goes down to second. Lovington with a 1-0 lead, and DeCevez on the heel. Chavez worked around a 2-out walk last inning. Got Eunice down with no damage done, and he'll deal the first one to Cerna. The fastball swung on and missed. Bubba trying to tie this one up with 1 swing, strike 1. I can make the score bug work. There it goes. Chavez, a quick worker, and the 0-1 pitch fastball. That one over the heart of the plate, but low, and evens things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count as Chavez will deal fastball. That one slipped on him a little bit, bounces on the line of the right side box for ball number 2. Oh, the 2 ball, 1 strike count. Think about Jonathan. He is a fast worker with nobody on. He tends to slow down quite a bit when they get runners on. You expect that, though, slow up a little bit. And the 2-1 pitch to Cerna as he waves at a high fastball and evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the 2 ball, 2 strike count. Well, Chavez gets the sign from Hernandez, who sets up outside. 2-2 pitch to Cerna, and that one is going to be just off the outside corner and will run the count full, 3-2. Last 3 Eunice hitters that Chavez has seen, he's taken the count full on. And now a 3 ball, 2 strike count to Cerna, the catcher. As Chavez ready to go. Has the sign and the payoff pitch, and that one is in there at the knees. Called strike 3. Ring him up, sit him down. That'll be the 3rd K of the ball game for Chavez, and there is 1 down for the Cards here in this top of the second inning. So now Aiden Pender, the second baseman for Eunice, will step to the dish. Outfield playing fairly straight away. Pondo maybe a couple of steps over into the gap in left center. And the first pitch comes into Pender, and that one is going to be high for ball 1. So the 1 ball, no strike count. Beautiful afternoon on this Easter week for baseball. For the Cats, their final tune-up before district. And the 1-0 pitch fastball swung on and missed as Pender kind of steps out on that one a little bit. Opens up and swings through it, evens the count at 1-1. Hernandez sets up outside, and the 1-1 pitch, and that one is going to be on the outside corner. Took a little bit off of it. Pender not ready to pull the trigger on strike 2. So it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count, 1 down for Eunice here in this top of the second. Lovington leading 1-0. So now the 1-2 pitch from Chavez, and got him with another off-speed pitch. Swing and a miss. Ring him up, sit him down. Back-to-back Ks for the 2nd consecutive inning, and 2 down for Eunice. So it'll bring Billy Blevins to the plate. Blevins, the center fielder for the Cards. Again with good wheels. So he's going to look to get on and then definitely be a stealing threat in the first pitch, and a little check up, but should have gone through it as it was letter high outside corner, called strike 1. 1-0 ball, 1 strike count. Chavez already back to work, and the 0-1 pitch fastball, that one going to miss low. And even things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Infield, pretty much their normal positions. Outfield, pretty well straight away as the 1-1 pitch comes in from Estevez. Got him with a high changeup, strike 2. Eunice definitely likes to go for those high ones. Of course, this ump has also called the top of the zone. So now Hernandez sets up well outside, and the 1-2 pitch on the way, and that one is going to be just outside. And the count evens up at 2-2 strikes. Of course, Eunice with a doubleheader coming up on Saturday. It's the El Paso Leadership Academy. And the 2-2 pitch on the way, and that one's going to be in the dirt, blocked out by Hernandez, and it runs the count full to Blevins. Next up for Lovington, they will have a week off after today, and then we'll open district here at the Friendly Confines next Thursday against the Goddard Rockets. Payoff pitch on the way to Blevins, and that one is going to be just outside. So Eunice will get their second walk of the afternoon. And that'll bring Braylon Jeter to the plate, the third baseman for the Cards. So Jeter, the third baseman. Checks on the play sheet on the wrist. Now he's ready to go. A little lead off over at first for Blevins. He is a stealing threat. Parra holds him on, and the first pitch is going to be outside. For ball number 1 as Jeter shows bunt and pulls it back. So he's going to check the wristband again and settle back in. Tall righty third baseman. With a 1-ball, no strike count. Estevez taking his time, looks at Blevin over at first. Not much of a lead for Billy over there. As Estevez is going to step off the rubber. Blevins will retreat back to the bag. And now Jeter will settle back in. So Estevez has the sign. And a pickoff attempt, and back in safely is Blevins. So the count remains 1-0 to Jeter at the plate. 2 down here. Lovington leading 1-0 here in the top of the second. Another pickoff attempt. Pretty good tag put on by Parra there, but getting in under it and back to the bag safely was Blevins. Estevez trying to get him sleeping over there. Estevez checks Blevins at first, now comes to the plate, and that breaking ball is going to nip the outside corner and even things up at 1-1 strike. So the 1-1 count to Jeter at the plate. Bondo again playing a couple of steps over towards left center. As Hernandez down in the 1-1 pitch, and that one off-speed pitch outside corner called strike 2. So now it's a 1-2 strike count. Jeter going to have to go into plate protection mode here. Blevins with the lead off at first. Parra holds him on. And the 1-2 pitch, and that one is going to be in the dirt. Nice job by Hernandez to block it out to keep Blevins stapled over at first. And the count evens up at 2-2 strikes. So the 2-2 count. Lovington with the 1-0 lead. Eunice trying to get something going with 2 outs here in the second. 2-2 pitch on the way, and that one is going to be swung on and shot out to the parking lot. Please don't hit the White Highlander, and the count stays 2-2. So the 2-2 strike count to Braylon Jeter at the plate. Blevins at first. About a 1.5 step lead over there. Estevez from the stretch. Looks into Hernandez, who sets up on the outside. And the 2-2 pitch on the way, and that one is going to be and bounce and get away from Hernandez and bounce all the way up the third baseline. And so the wild pitch will let Blevins move over to second, and it'll run the count full to Jeter. So 3-2 the count to Jeter. And this is where you want to bear down. Mentioned it earlier. Sometimes Eunice a little bit slow starting until they've seen the pitcher through a time through, and they can really start doing damage. Lovington would like to keep from getting through it as long as they can. And the payoff pitch to Jeter at the plate, and that one's going to be in the dirt, ball 4. So Eunice works back-to-back walks and will have runners at first and second. So trying to get a little two-out something going here as Brady Colborn steps to the plate.
Next up to bat, number 6, Brady Colburn.
Colburn, the number 9 hitter, plays in right field and now has cards at first and second. Going to try and cash him in with a 1-0 Lovington lead. Noah Chavez takes his time. Now he'll set at the belt. Comes to the plate to Colborn. First pitch is right down the slot, called strike 1. Brady may not see a better pitch than that all season, but keeps the bat on his shoulder. And it's an 0-1 count. Hernandez down, giving the signs. Big lead off of first for Jeter. Nobody holding him on. Which you'd expect with 2 outs. As Aceves looks at second, fires. That one going to get away from Hernandez and get all the way back to the screen. And another wild pitch. And we may call that one a pass ball, and it gets runners to first and second. So the pass ball. And it evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike at the plate to Colborn. So now the tying run is at third, and the go-ahead run in scoring position for Eunice. With a 1 ball, 1 strike count to Colborn at the plate. So Aceves kicks and deals, and curveball swung on and missed. Colborn took a big rip at it, but comes up empty. If he can find his way on, top of the lineup, waits on deck with Alfredo Morales. So a 1-2 count. Aceves trying to get out of a bit of a jam here in the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Ring him up, sit him down. 5th K of the ball game and ends the Eunice threat in the second. We head to the bottom of the second. It's Lovington 1, Eunice yet to score. This is Wildcat and Cardinal Baseball from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
In the top of the second, the Cardinals threaten but come up empty. No runs, no hits, no errors committed, and 2 runners left on as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Leading it off for Lovington, it'll be number 11, Nick Pata. Followed by Parr, it'll be their DH, Ethan Gonzalez. And then it'll be Patrick Sanchez. So 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Cats. And the first pitch from Tucker to Pata is going to be outside for ball number 1. 1 ball, no strike count. Pata at the plate as Tucker kicks and fires, and that one going to be away for ball number 2. Well, it's a 2 ball, no strike count. Pata at the plate. Tucker on the hill. Cerna gives the signs, and the 2-0 pitch swung on, and that one heads to the parking lot. And it'll be a 2 ball, 1 strike count. So 2-1 the count. Pata leads it off. It'll be Pata, Gonzalez, the DH, and then Sanchez. 6, 7, and 8 due up for Lovington. They lead this one 1-0. As Tucker back to work in the 1-2 pitch, curveball, and Pata ducks out of the way of that one. And that'll run the count to 3-1. Actually, they're going to say 2-1. All right. I added it 3-1, but it's 3-1. 2-1 apparently. Coach Ariola, I think, asking about that too. Yeah, I had it at 3-1, but And, yep, they changed it. It is 3-1. I was right the first time. That may never happen again. And the 3-1 pitch, and that one is going to miss on the, just nipped the outside corner. Delayed call. Will run the count full to Nick Pata. So that'll run the count full to Pata, the righty with the open stance. And the payoff pitch from Tucker, and that one is going to be away for ball 4. And so Pata will work the leadoff walk, and Lovington in business here in the bottom half of the second inning. So now to be the DH, Ethan Gonzalez to the plate. Gonzalez wears number 9 and the red, white, and blue helmet. Stars and Stripes logo over there on the hard hat. So Gonzalez, fairly neutral stance, runner at first for the Wildcats. Being held on over there by Calvio, and the first pitch, and that one going to hit the outside corner, called strike 1. So the no ball, 1 strike count. Runner at first is Pata, who worked the leadoff walk. Infield double play depth for the Cards as Tucker deals to the plate, and that one is going to be just low. And the count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Cats at 6-9 on the season. Eunice at 8-2. Lovington trying to get a little momentum starting district 1 week from today. Cards looking to continue their roll in the 1-1 pitch as chasing one up high is Gonzalez. Strike number 2. Kind of asking himself, gotta hold off on those. Now it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Gonzalez going to have to play a little protection here. Let's see what Tucker deals. So he'll check the runner at first, and the 1-2 pitch in there at the knees. Gets him looking, ring him up, sit him down. Second K of the ball game
Up to bat, number 15,
for
Patrick
Tucker.
Sanchez.
And so now there's 1 down as now Patrick Sanchez to the plate. For the Wildcats, Sanchez, the number 8 hitter. As our Salinas waits on deck. Pata still over at first. Nick with pretty decent speed, not a huge threat to run as Sanchez just watches one right down the pipe for strike number 1. So a no ball, 1 strike count. As Tucker sets at the letters, looks at Pata over at first, now deals the 0-1 pitch swung on, and that one will be hammered. It'll find its way through into the hole and out into left field, so it is a 1-out single to left for Patrick Sanchez. Hit him where they ain't, kid, and that's exactly what he did. Got it between Jeter and Caballero to bring up Cesar Salinas. So now 2 on, 1 out for Lovington. And Salinas, the second baseman. So Parr going to get a little bit of a lead off of first there as the middle infielders cheat in a little bit with Pinder, Caballero. Now Caballero will head back over to the normal shortstop spot, and the first pitch is going to be high for ball number 1 to Salinas. Corner infielders playing a couple of steps in. Field back a little bit, going with a no doubles defense, and the 1-0 pitch swung on, and that one is going to be shot into the screen, fouled off for strike 1. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count, 1 down, but 2 on for Lovington. Trying to increase their 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. Chance Tucker trying to pitch his way out of a bit of a jam here. Tucker checks the runner, now comes to the plate as Salinas shows bunt, as Tucker will get to it and flip it over to first to Calvio in time, but the sac bunt works to perfection as Pata moves to third, Sanchez moves to second. Salinas is out on the sacrifice 1-3, and there is 2 down now, and it'll turn the lineup over to Ryan Weiser. Ryan, a strikeout victim, back in the first, but now going to look to try and cash in another run against these Cards. Back to their normal infield positions. First pitch to Ryan is up high for ball 1. Lovington trying to apply some pressure with 2 outs here. And the 1-0 delivery, and that one is going to be outside, ball 2. With 2 ball, no strike count. Lovington got a run on 2 hits in the first. And now trying to take advantage of a walk and a single, and that fastball will run outside. For ball number 3 to the leadoff hitter, Weiser. Ryan back in. Puts the right foot right on the front line at the back of the box. And the 3-0 delivery, and that one is going to be on the inside corner, called strike one. Think sign on all the way there from Coach Areola. They make him pitch to you. So now Cerna sets up on the outside, and the 3-1 pitch to Weiser, and that one is going to be at the knees on the outside corner, called strike two. That went right on the line to run the count full. Pata at third, Sanchez at second. 1-0 Lovington leading, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second, and the payoff pitch swung on and missed as Weiser will go down on strikes for the second time in this one. Ring him up, sit him down, and that will end the Lovington threat in the bottom of the second. We've played 2 from here at Wildcat Park. Lovington 1, Eunice nothing. Eunice and Lovington baseball continues in a moment from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
In session, and we are excited to be back. The Lovington Municipal School District welcomes our amazing students, staff, and families. With over 3,000 students across 10 campuses, the Lovington School District is the pride of Lee County. As we build champion cats, we're looking forward to seeing you at school activities. For on-demand updates about Lovington schools, please log on to lovingtonschools.net.
At Devon, they're proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership, skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
In the bottom of the second for Lovington, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and they leave 2 stranded as we head to the third. Lovington 1, Eunice 0. I'm TJ Miracle sitting in for Jimmy and the crew today. Don Morgan on assignment with the Lovington Lady Cats as they open district over at Lady Cat Field, about 500 yards beyond left field here in Lovington. Leading it off for Eunice, it'll be the top of the lineup, Morales, Caballero, and Tucker. The 1, 2, and 3 due up for Eunice as we head into the third inning. Great to have you along. Of course, next up for Eunice, they'll take on the El Paso Leadership Academy, a doubleheader on Saturday here on the Eunice Sports YouTube channel. Jimmy and the crew will be back for that one. And next up for Lovington, 1 week from today, back here at the friendly confines on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. It'll be their district opener against Goddard, so Morales will step in. And the first pitch from Estevez is going to be on the outside corner, called strike one. So a no ball, 1 strike count. As Estevez takes the look in. And will deal to Morales, curveball in the dirt. Nobody on, no harm, no foul. And evens things up at 1-1. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. As Morales steps out, now steps back in, 0 for 1 today. And the 1-1 pitch to the Eunice leadoff hitter, swung on and hit off the fist. It's a pop-up back behind first base and going to go into foul ground. A little bit of confusion there as I think Pata lost it in the sun. Salinas not quite able to get to it. It winds up just being strike number 2. As Morales heads back to the dish, kind of smiling like, whoo, dodged a bullet on that one. So 1 ball, 2 strike count. So now he's going to look to take advantage of the second life here, but now down 1-2 in the count. Hernandez gives the sign. Estevez is ready, and the 1-2 delivery on the way. Fastball swung on, and that one is going to be popped up on the infield. Estevez comes in front of the mound, waves everybody off, and will make the grab for out number 1. So 1 down here in the top of the third inning, and that'll bring the number 2 hitter, Jonathan Caballero, to the plate.
Up to hit number 4, Jonathan Caballero.
Caballero, 0 for 1, was a strikeout victim back in the first. So 1 down, Lovington hanging on to a 1-0 lead. As Caballero will settle in, slightly open stance, and the first pitch to Jonathan will be a fastball away. And it'll be ball number 1. And the 1-ball, no strike count. Taylor playing fairly deep out in left. Everybody else about midway back. And the 1-0 pitch swung on and missed as Caballero takes a hack at one high and inside. Pops the bat a couple times like, got to work on that. So now he'll settle back in. Hernandez sets up outside, and Aceves deals the 1-1, and that one is going to be in the dirt for ball number 2. Oh, 2-ball, 1 strike count. Lea County matchup here today. Great to have you with us wherever you are listening and watching. As Aceves ready to go, and the 2-1 delivery on the way. Swung on and missed. Gets him chasing an inside fastball. And evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. You got to think maybe Jonathan going to come away something breaking outside here. Although he's got him looking up and in. Hernandez sets up outside, and the 2-2 pitch, and that one going to be shot into the screen foul. As Caballero ready for that one, and evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Coach Harry Hola going to come over and retrieve the baseball. Ask Jonathan if he wants it. He says, "No, Coach, I just got a new one from Blue." So 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Aceves gets the sign, and he will deal the 2-2, and the curveball swung on. That one is going to be shot into right field, but it'll tail foul at the last moment. That one had double written all over it. It was kind of out in no man's land there. And a good pitch from Aceves. A good job by Caballero to get a piece of it to stay alive. So the count will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Caballero digs back into the right side box. Hernandez gives the sign, sets up outside, and the 2-2 pitch swung on. That one is going to be popped up, and that one's heading back to the street. And the count stays at 2-2. So Caballero fought off a couple of pretty good pitches from Aceves to stay alive and to keep this at bat going. Already turned into about a 7-pitch at bat here. Aceves has gotten a piece of a couple of them. And the 2-2 pitch, curveball swung on and missed. Ring him up and set him down. Caballero battles, but comes up empty in the end. And there are 2 gone for the Cardinals here in their half of the third. 6th K of the ball game for Aceves, and now Chance Tucker to the plate. Tucker worked the walk back in the first. Stole the base and got left stranded at second. So he's going to try and be the spark that starts something. A 2-out rally for the Cardinals. As Aceves will deal to Tucker. First pitch swung on, and that one is going to be hit high in the air to left, but it'll tail out over by the Lovington batting cage. It'll be strike number 1. Oh, no ball, 1 strike count. Still a 1-0 ball game. Lovington in the lead. Aceves gets a ball, decides he doesn't like it, sends it back in. Umpire obliges by giving him a new one. Oh, a no ball, 1 strike count to Tucker at the plate. Pitcher on pitcher battle here. And the 0-1 pitch to Tucker, and that one's going to be a breaking ball in the dirt. And the count evens up at 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 down, top of the third. Final pre-district tune-up for Lovington. Eunice still with a couple more pre-district before they get started. And the 1-1 delivery, and that one is going to be a fastball inside. Ball number 2. So it's a 2 ball, 1 strike count, 2 down, top of the third inning. Jonathan looks in to Hernandez, has his sign and the 2-1 pitch, and that one is going to be at the knees on the inside corner. Evens things up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. As Tucker like, ugh. Yeah, probably should have swung at that one. So the count evens up 2-2. Let's see what Aceves can deal as Hernandez sets up outside. And the 2-2 pitch on the way, and that one is going to be right down the pipe but low. And so Tucker will work the count full. Second full count he's seen in his 2 plate appearances. Work the walk back in the first. So Tucker settles back in as Aceves deals the payoff pitch, and that one is going to be swung on and hammered foul down the third base line. So we'll reset and try this one again at 3-2. Of course, going on right now on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. District opener for the Lovington Lady Cats. Taking on the Goddard Lady Rockets, Dawn Morgan with that one. Of course, right here on the Eunice Sports YouTube channel and the Lea County News and Sports YouTube channel. Eunice and Lovington. Promise we are going to get some more Eunice Lady Cardinal softball on this season as well. Just keep it tuned in. We'll let you know on that. As back to it as Aceves, the payoff pitch breaking ball, and that one is going to be in there, called strike 3. As Tucker heads back to the dugout. So Eunice goes 1-2-3 on the 7th K of the ball game for Aceves. We've played 2.5. It's Lovington 1, Eunice nothing. The Cats and the Cards continue in a moment from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lea County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lea County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lea County athletics.
In the top of the third, the Eunice Cardinals go 1-2-3, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Our score remains 1-0 after 2.5. I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for being with us on this Thursday afternoon. Leading it off for Lovington as we head into this third inning. Bottom of the third, it'll be Luis Garcia, Micah Pondo, and Jonathan Aceves. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Cats. So the Cats holding on to a 1-run lead here in this top of the third inning. So Garcia with a double to left his last time up, and he'll take the first pitch from Tucker on the outside corner, called strike 1. So 0-1 the count. We are underway here in this bottom of the third inning. Lovington, their final pre-district tune-up. Big open stance for Pondo. Breaking ball from Tucker doesn't break enough, and it's outside and evens things up at 1-1. Tucker, the righty, sets up on the first base side of the rubber. And will deal the 1-1 pitch, swung on, and that one is going to be hit high in the air to shallow left field, as coming up and over and adjusting for the wind nicely, Morales settles in under it and will make the grab for out number 1.
Number 11, Micah Pondo.
So 1 down, as now it'll be Pondo to the plate. Pondo grounded out to Caballero. 1 inning, or back in the first inning. So Pondo, the righty, will settle in with 1 down, nobody on. And the first pitch, and that one is going to be low and away for ball number 1. So the 1-ball, no strike count. Tucker still on the hill for the Cards. Has pitched himself out of a couple of jams as that one away and gets away from Cerna. Nobody on, no harm, no foul, ball 2. And now a 2-ball, no strike count. Tucker with a variety of pitches. Sometimes has a little bit of trouble with his control, as that one is going to be right back up the middle, and shooting it through is Pondo. That one took kind of a weird hop as it squibbed off of the mound, but Pondo shoots it right back up the middle for a 1-out single.
Up to bat number 16, Jonathan.
So that'll bring Aceves to the plate. He had a 2-out double his last time up. Was left stranded at second. So Aceves, the pitcher, trying to help his own cause. Runner at first is Pondo, holding him on is Calvillo. Pretty good lead over at first for Micah, and he'll go on the first pitch, the curveball, and the throw down. Good throw by Cerna. Is it in time? No, they're going to say he got just out of the tag of Caballero. You couldn't have thrown that much better than Cerna did. It was maybe just a touch high. And Pondo always a threat to steal. It was strike one at the plate to Aceves. So a 1-0 lead, and now Lovington with a man in scoring position, trying to put more pressure on the Cardinals. As Tucker will check the runner, now comes with the 0-1 pitch and swung on in. That one's heading to the parking lot, strike two. Aceves taking a hack at it to try and cushion his 1-0 lead a little bit. Just got under it and behind it a little bit. So shoots it out to the parking lot as we have a quick meeting at the mound. Cerna and Tucker talking about what they want to do. 0-2 the count to Aceves at the plate. Runner at second is Pondo, who had the single up the middle. So now one down as Aceves closes the stance up. On the 0-2 count, Pondo, pretty good lead over at first. Pender holds him on, or rather at second. Tucker checks, and the 0-2 pitch up and in. And bending back out of the way of it is Aceves for ball one. So the 1-2 strike count, there is one down. Lovington leading 1-0, trying to add to it here in this bottom of the third inning. So Tucker checks on that runner as Pender will head over. And Tucker hops off the rubber. Pondo going to come back. Tucker takes a look over into the dugout. See what the red-clad coaching staff wants him to do. Now he's ready to go, and the 1-2 pitch, that fastball on the outside corner, called strike three, ring him up, sit him down. That's the fourth strikeout of the game for Tucker, and there's two down for Lovington here in this bottom of the third. So that'll be Jaden Hernandez to the plate. Jaden 0 for 1, grounded to the shortstop to end the first inning. So Hernandez settles into the right side box. Tucker has managed to pitch his way through some jams here in the early going, and his first pitch will be a breaking ball as Pondo heads to third and will slide in. Good throw from Cerna, maybe a little bit of a delay there, but another stolen base for Pondo. And ball one at the plate to Hernandez. So now another run just 90 feet away for the Cats. Something for Tucker to think about as he goes back to the wind and the 1-0 pitch fastball outside corner. Even things up at 1-1 strike. So it's a 1-1 strike count. Cats and the Cards on a Thursday afternoon from here in Lovington. And the 1-1 pitch, and that one right down the slot. Don't know what Hernandez was thinking about holding off on that one, but it'll be strike two. So it'll be a 1-2 strike count. Yeah, Jaden may not see a better one than that all season, but was thinking something else. And the 1-2 pitch, and that one sails away, ball two. So the 2-2 strike count. Pondo stands at third after a single and a couple of stolen bases. And Tucker trying to pitch his way out of another man in scoring position jam. And the 2-2 pitch, and that one is going to just miss outside. Ball number three. Red-clad faithful wanted it to be strike three. Collective intake of breath on the blue side. Going like, whew, pretty close. So it'll run the count full to Hernandez. And the payoff pitch from Tucker, and that one is going to bounce on the plate and get around and get away from Cerna, and the wild pitch will score a run. It's a walk for Hernandez, and the wild pitch will score Pondo, and that will put Lovington up by a score of 2-0. So now Nick Parra to the plate. Zapata walked and was left stranded back in the second. 2-0. Lovington now in the lead after the wild pitch. As Matthew Hernandez will check in as the courtesy runner for the catcher Hernandez. So Hernandez on first. I like it when that happens because I cannot be wrong with the last name when I call it out here in a minute. That is Matthew over at first. He's being held on by Calvio. And Parra, the first baseman, at the plate. First pitch to Nick is on the outside corner. Called strike one. 0-0 ball, 1 strike count. Lovington now up 2-0. Open stance for Parra at the plate. Tucker deals as Hernandez goes. The throw down to second. It sails a little bit. As Caballero tries to throw it down on him, but not in time. That one sailed on Cerna just a little bit. Good throw by Cerna, but not in time. And the count evens up to par at 1 ball, 1 strike. Thing we've seen with Coach Robert Ariola back in charge of the Wildcats is they are much more aggressive on the base paths. More reminiscent of teams he coached back when he was the head coach here the first time. And the pitch swung on, and that'll be a little comebacker to Tucker. Tucker going to run it over and then softly underhand it to Calvio for out number 3. Scored 1-3 for the third out, but Lovington manages to Frankenstein a run across. We head to the fourth. Lovington 2, Eunice 0. Lovington and Eunice baseball continues in a moment from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
In the bottom of the third inning for Lovington, they get 1 run on 1 hit, no errors committed by the Cardinals, and 1 runner left on base. As we head to the top of the fourth, it'll be Calvio, Cerna, and Pender, 4, 5, and 6. Due up for Eunice. I'm TJ Miracle. Line score through 3 for Lovington. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and 4 runners left on for Eunice. No runs, no hits, no errors, and they have left 3 runners on base. As Aceves will continue on the hill, but now's the time where Eunice a lot of times will get the bats to come alive as they've been through the entire order 1 time. And so now Calvio to the plate, grounded out. Back in the first, he is 0 for 1. And the first pitch to the lefty swung on, and that one is heading to the street, strike 1. Yeah, now that they've all seen him 1+ times, sometimes they will get a little more aggressive and a little bit more confident at the bat as Hernandez sets up outside. And the 0-1 from Aceves as that one tails back across the plate, called strike 2. 0-0 ball, 2 strike count to the lefty. And so Hernandez sets up outside again as Aceves will deal the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed as he gets Calvio to chase up high, and that'll be strikeout number 8. And gets him on 3 straight pitches. So Aceves dealing a gem so far, and now it'll be Bubba Cerna to the plate. Cerna, the catcher, 0 for 1. Was one of those strikeout victims back in the first. Or rather in the second, his first time up. And the first pitch from Aceves, fastball right down the pipe, called strike 1. 0 ball, 1 strike count. Hernandez gives the sign. As Aceves looks in, he's ready to go. And the 0-1 pitch to Cerna. Curveball swung on and missed. Got Cerna well out in front of that one. and it is strike 2. So the no ball, 2 strike count. Starting with the up and down stance, neutral with the feet as Hernandez sets up outside. And the 0-2 on the way from Estevez. In there, called strike 3. Ring him up, sit him down. Cane number 9 for Estevez. And there are 2 down for Eunice here in their half of the 4th. So now it'll be Aiden Pender to the plate. Pender also 0 for 1 in the ball game. We'll settle in. So Hernandez ready to deal, and the first pitch swung on, and that one is hit high in the air to deep right field. Going over, and whoa, misjudging it as Sanchez, as that one will fall in front of him. And a little bit of misjudgment in the wind, so I think we're going to call that one in just a little 2-out single. And there is now 1 on, and that's the first hit of the ball game for Eunice. So that takes the chance of the immaculate inning out. And it'll put Billy Blevins at the plate. Blevins walked back in the second and was left stranded. So now 2 outs, runner at first is Pender. Blevins shows bunt, pulls it back as that one slides in high for ball 1. A 1 ball, no strike count. So Sanchez plays fairly deep out in right, shading towards the line just a little bit. Pondo and Taylor, normal positions. Pondo maybe a step or so over towards the alley. And the 1-0 pitch to Blevins is going to be in the dirt. And that'll move Pender over to second. And it's ball 2 to Blevins at the plate. And with 2 ball, no strike count. Now a runner at second for Eunice. They have put most of their pressure on in this ball game with 2 outs thus far. Salinas over there keeping Pender at least honest. Pretty good lead over there for Aiden. As Estevez takes his time, and the 2-0 pitch swung on, and that'll be a comebacker over the head of a leaping Estevez. Getting to it in the hole is Salinas, firing it over to Pata at first in time. 4-3 for out number 3. So Eunice puts a man in scoring position but can't move him around after 3.5. It is Lovington 2. Eunice still looking to get on the scoreboard. You're listening to and watching the Eunice Cardinals and the Lovington Wildcats from Noel Mark Broadcasting and One Radio Square Sports.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional man welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
For the Cardinals in the top of the 4th inning, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and they leave 1 runner on base as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Lovington leading the Cardinals 2-0. I'm TJ Miracle. Great to have you with us on this Thursday afternoon. As leading it off, it'll be Ethan Gonzalez for the Wildcats. He'll be followed by Patrick Sanchez, then Cesar Salinas. 7, 8, 9 due up. First pitch swung on, and that one is going to be shot foul for strike number 1 over on the right side. As I'm fighting with my tablet a little bit here. So there we go. All right, and the 0-1 pitch swung on, and that one is going to be popped up over on the right side. Could be trouble, as coming in is Colborn, and going back and on the line as Calvio makes a nice play down the line about 20 feet out. Calvio really the only one who had a good shot at it and got it, so it'll be a pop out to Calvio for out number 1. Good play there by Calvio. So now to bring Patrick Sanchez to the plate. He singled to left his last time up. He is 1 for 1. So now steps in with one down here in this fourth as Tucker will deal fastball belt high inside corner, strike one. So the no ball, one strike count. And the 0-1 pitch swung on and missed. Good change up there from Tucker. Took something off of it. And got Sanchez well out in front for strike two. There's another thing about Tucker. Even though he sometimes has a little trouble with his control, he does seem to get stronger as the game goes on, as that'll be a chop shot. Caballero comes up in the hole at short, gets it, makes the long throw over to Calvillo in plenty of time. 6-3 for out number two. So 2 up, 2 down for the Cats. Here in this bottom of the fourth inning, now Cesar Salinas to the plate. Salinas, the little sack grounder, his last time up, 0 for 0 in his one plate appearance. So Salinas will settle in with 2 down, nobody on. Lovington hanging on to a 2-0 lead here in the fourth. Salinas with the open stance. First pitch from Tucker as that one is heading to the parking lot. Will it get there? Yep, and off of the hood of a maroon SUV, strike one. Salinas with good speed, looking to get on, and he'll pop that one up, and that one will come out of play, and will it get over the press box? Yep, sounds like it will. Strike two. Salinas quickly down in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. You got to think Tucker probably going to come right at him here and get out of this one without a whole lot of work. And the 0-2 pitch and swung on and fouling off a pretty good pitch. Cesar knocks it back to the screen. So the count stays at 0-2. Just the 8th pitch of the inning so far for Tucker. He's been very efficient. And he's got an 0-2 count on Salinas at the plate. The number 9 hitter for the Wildcats. And the 0-2 pitch curveball, and doesn't curve nearly enough. Salinas and hop back out of the way of that one. So it'll be a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Cerna down, giving the signs. Signals where he wants it, and the 1-2 pitch, and that one is in there, called strike 3. Ring him up and sit him down. That is the 5th strikeout of the ball game for Tucker. And for the first time on the afternoon, the Cats go 1-2-3. We head to the 5th. Lovington 2, Eunice nothing. Wildcat Cardinal baseball continues in a moment here on the Eunice Sports YouTube channel, the Lea County News and Sports YouTube channel, and HobbsAmerica.com.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lea County electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lea County electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lea County Electric, owned by those we serve.
School is back in session, and we are excited to be back. The Lovington Municipal School District welcomes our amazing students, staff, and families. With over 3,000 students across 10 campuses, the Lovington School District is the pride of Lea County. As we build champion Cats, we're looking forward to seeing you at school activities. For on-demand updates about Lovington schools, please log on to lovingtonschools.net.
And welcome back to Lovington and Eunice baseball from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. The Cats go 1-2-3 in the bottom of the fourth. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base as we head now to the top of the 5th inning. It will be 8-9-1. That is Jeter, Colborn, and Morales due up for Eunice. Eunice getting their first hit back in the 4th inning. Aceves still on the hill for the Lovington Wildcats. So Jeter worked a walk and was left stranded over at second. So he is 0 for 0 in his one appearance. No, he will lead it off here as Aceves still on the hill for Lovington. Aceves and Hernandez, that is your battery. Pata, Salinas, Garcia, Weiser first to third. And Taylor, Pondo, and Sanchez left to right. So Jeter will settle into the right side box. Aceves ready to go. He'll deal the first one high for ball number 1. Well, the 1-ball, no strike count just underway, top of the 5th inning. A 2-0 lead for the Wildcats. Looking to get back in the win column. And the 1-0 pitch, and that one is going to be up and away, ball 2. On the 2-ball, no strike count. Of course, between this game and the JV game that'll follow, Lovington will be honoring their seniors, and the pitch, and that one a fastball in the inside corner. Strike number 1. So the 2-ball, 1 strike count. Cats leading this one 2-0. And the 2-1 pitch, and that one is going to be up and in, ball number 3. And with 3-ball, 1 strike count. To Jeter, leading it off here in the 5th for Eunice. As the Chavez will deal the 3-1, that one is going to be away for ball number 4 as Jeter will work his second walk of the ball game. 4th walk issued by Chavez. 9 strikeouts as Coach Ariola going to come out, talk to Chavez. Telling him for sure what he needs to be doing. Chavez goes, all smiles out there. So now he'll take on Brady Colborn. Colborn 0 for 1. And the ball game was a strikeout victim back in the 2nd. Colborn, the number 9 hitter, with Alfredo Morales, the leadoff man, waiting on deck. Colborn will settle in the big open stance. Wide stance in the box, fairly neutral. Not much of a lead for Jeter over at first. And the first pitch as Colborn shows bunt and comes right back up the middle. As Chavez gets to it, bobbles it, and will fire it over to first in time. Colborn with the sack, 1-3 for out number 1, but it will move Jeter into scoring position. So now Coach Reynolds' squad going to try and ramp up the pressure on Chavez.
Number 10, Alfredo Morales.
So now it'll be Morales to the plate with 1 down. Morales 0 for 2 in the ball game. Struck out in the first, popped out in the 3rd. But now he's got a man in scoring position. Chavez going to check in on Jeter over at 2nd. Now come to the plate with Morales swung on, and that'll be a hard shot out into left field. That one is going to drop in front of Taylor. Taylor gets to it quickly and will fire it in as Jeter going to be waved around 3rd, and he heads home, and it'll be a 1-out RBI single to left for Alfredo Morales, and Eunice is on the board. Now our score is 2-1 in favor of Lovington. Jeter scores all the way from 2nd. And so now Jonathan Caballero will head to the plate. Eunice going to be looking to do some damage. They're 2nd into the ball game. Tie gets them 2 within a run. And Morales at first is definitely a threat to run. So now Caballero 0 for 2, but you got a feeling Jonathan may be due in the first pitch to Caballero. Fastball outside, ball 1. On the 1-ball, no strike count. Morales with the RBI single stands at first. Pata going to hold him on over there. Alfredo only about a step lead. He doesn't need a lot as the 1-0 pitch, and that one is going to be top of the zone, called strike 1. So the count evens up at 1-1 to the Eunice shortstop. And so now he settles back in. Chavez leans over, checks on the runner at first. Now he's ready to go. And the 1-1 pitch swung on, and that one will be a chop shot. Weiser to it. Comes up, fires over to first to get the sure out. And now he'll head back over and diving in over at 3rd. As no question Morales was going to try and go first to 3rd on that one. And does. Caballero be out 5-3 for out number 2. But that will put more pressure on with 2 down. And a runner now at 3rd. The tying run just 90 feet away with Chance Tucker to the plate. Tucker walked and stole a base in the first, struck out to end the 3rd. He is 0 for 1 officially. Bud going to try and help his own cause out and see if he can tie things up here. So the wind and the first pitch from Aceves, a big sweeping curve, is going to be high, ball one. And the 1 ball, no strike count. Tucker can find a way on. Calvio waits on deck. A 1 ball, no strike count. To Tucker, the number 3 hitter, as Aceves will deal the 1-0, and that one is going to be high, ball 2. With 2 ball, no strike count. See any work in the Lovington pen. Looks like Coach Ariola going to see if he can let Aceves pitch through this one. 2-1 the score. We are in the top of the 5th inning. Lovington in the lead. Hernandez sets up outside and the 2-0 pitch, and that one is going to be in the dirt. Ball 3. Tucker with quite a bit of pop, so they're being a little bit careful with him. So a 3-0 count. And I think maybe Coach Reynolds going to let Tucker have the green light if something gets grooved here from Aceves. Jonathan Reddy gets the sign from Hernandez, and the pitch swung on. That one's a hard shot back up the middle, and sliding over and making a great grab as Garcia comes to first in time. Score that one 6-3 for out number 3. A run comes in, but a great sliding grab and then a strong throw by Garcia keeps this a 2-1 ball game. After 4.5, it's Lovington 2, Eunice 1. Lovington and Eunice baseball continues in a moment from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
At Devon, they're proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership, skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
In the top of the 5th inning for the Eunice Cardinals, they get 1 run on 1 hit, no errors committed by the Wildcats, and 1 runner left on as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Lovington with a 2-1 lead over Eunice. I'm TJ Miracle as we head into this 5th inning, bottom of the 5th. It'll be 1, 2, and 3 due up for the Wildcats. It's Weiser, Garcia, and Pondo.
Up to bat, number 2.
So Eunice going to look to do what they can to keep it right here. They got Lovington 1, 2, 3 for the first time in the ball game. Back in the 4th. So it'll be Weiser to lead things off. He's 0 for 2. 2 strikeouts, but you got a feeling maybe Ryan is due, as Tucker going to try and keep him at 0-2 in the first pitch. Fastball deals outside, strike 1, outside corner, I should say. So a 0-ball, 1 strike count. Tucker gets the sign from Cerny, and the 0-1 pitch swung on, and that one is going to be cue-shotted foul down the first baseline. And Weiser quickly down now, no balls, 2 strikes. Leading it off here in the bottom of the 5th inning, a 2-1 lead for the Wildcats. You wouldn't expect anything different out of these squads, and the 0-2 pitch, and that one is going to be in the dirt, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Of course, Eunice the defending 2A state champs. Lovington much improved from a year ago where they were one of the few boo-boos on Eunice's final tally, and the 1-2 pitch, and that one is going to be away, ball 2. So the 2 ball, 2 strike count. Weiser at the plate. Garcia waits on deck. Pondo in the hole. Outfield playing about 3/4 of the way back. Infield pretty much their normal depth. And the 2-2 pitch curveball, and that one is going to be in there, called strike 3. As Tucker has been throwing that thing all game. I think that's the first one he's got called. Ring him up, sit him down. That is strikeout number 6 for Tucker, and there is 1 down now for the Cats in their half of the 5th. So now to be Luis Garcia to the plate. Garcia doubled to left back in the first and scored. popped out to left his last time up, so he's 1 for 2, and Luis will take the first pitch high for ball 1. Oh, 1 ball, no strike count. 2-1, Lovington leads, bottom of the 5th, 1 out. Field normal position, Blevins shifts from right center to left center, fastball inside. Ball number 2 to Garcia. Luis back in, the lefty shortstop. He plays in the field righty, and he'll take that one in. That one is heading to the streets for strike number 1 with 2 ball, 1 strike count. Of course, talked about Eunice getting more aggressive after they've seen the pitcher a couple of times. Lovington can do that too, and the 2-1 pitch swung on, and that'll be a chop shot to Pender. Doesn't even have to move deep in the hole at second. Gets it over to Calvio at first. 4-3 for out number 2.
Up to bat, number
So
12,
2 down now as Micah Pondo to the plate. Pondo 1 for 2. Grounded out to the shortstop in the first. Then singled up the middle. Stole a couple of bases and scored in the third. His run is the difference in the ball game thus far. So he steps in, nobody on, 2 out, and the first pitch will be away to Micah, ball 1. 1 ball, no strike count. From here at Wildcat Park on a beautiful Thursday, turning into evening for baseball. And the 1-0 pitch swung on, and that one's going to come right back up the middle, and it'll get past a reaching Pender, and Pondo has his second single of the ball game. And he'll be at first with 2 outs. So that'll bring Jonathan Aceves to the plate. Jonathan 1 for 2. Had a double back in the first, was left stranded. Strikeout victim in the third. But now a chance to give himself a little bit of breathing room if he can keep the line moving. So Pondo over at first. Lycan definitely not afraid to take off. First chance he gets. Tucker looks, fires, and taking a huge hack at it. Jonathan whiffs on it. Strike 1. A 0 ball, 1 strike count. Pondo stands over at first. Reached on a 2-out single. As Tucker looks into Cerna. Pretty good lead for Pondo over at first. Calvio holds him on. As Tucker deals. Runner goes. The throw from Cerna, and that one is going to be a little bit of a Taylor. But coming off of the bag is Pondo, so he's going to be burned down. It'll be 2-6 as the tag by Caballero ends the Lovington threat in the 5th. We head to the 6th. Lovington 2, Eunice 1. This is Wildcat and Cardinal Baseball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
For the Wildcats in the bottom of the 5th, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. As a good throw from Cerna to Caballero and a bit of a running mistake for Micah Pondo as he came off the bag at second trying to steal and was tagged out, ended the Lovington 5th. So we head to the top of the 6th. It'll be 4, 5, and 6. Calvio, Cerna, and Pender due up for the Eunice Cardinals. Lovington leading this one 2-1 on TJ Miracle. In for Jimmy and the crew. You're on the Eunice Sports YouTube channel. Flying solo on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel. Don Morgan on assignment over with the Lovington Lady Cats, their district opener. on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Of course, glad to have you with us, whether you're on YouTube or HobbsAmerica.com. So Calvio, the cleanup man, will lead it off. The big lefty first baseman, 0 for 2. And the first pitch, as Aceves still on the hill, will be high for ball 1. So 1 ball, no strike count. Just underway here in this top of the 6th inning. Lovington looking for a little momentum heading into district. Eunice looking to keep the momentum up as they get ready for El Paso Leadership Academy on Saturday. Is that one going to get away from Aceves? Nothing Hernandez can do about ball 2. Nobody on, so no harm, no foul. Not quite ready to break out the Harry Doyle yet. As Jonathan will look in, gets the sign from Hernandez. Deals the 2-0 to Calvio, swung on, and that one is heading to the parking lot. Strike number 1. So now the 2 ball, 1 strike count. Aceves will get a new baseball in. Just underway, top of the 6th inning. Calvio, Cerna, Pender due up in this half for the Cards. As the 2-1 delivery swung on, and that'll be a hard shot. Getting it is Garcia at short. Fires it over to first, and in time to get Calvio, who is surprisingly speedy for a big first baseman. But a good play again by Garcia for out number 1. So 1 down now as Bubba Cerna will come to the plate. Cerna 0 for 2.
Number 20, Bubba Cerna.
So Cerna, the catcher, struck out twice in this one. But going to look to see if he can get some pressure on with 1 down here in the 6th as the pitch, and that one will be a fastball on the outside corner called strike 1. 0-0 ball, 1 strike count, 1 down. A couple of great plays for the shortstop. Garcia in this one. As the 0-1 pitch, curveball, that one massive break and comes right through the zone, strike 2. And got kind of a 11-4 break on it for Jonathan. It's effective. He doesn't throw it all that often. And the 0-2 pitch, fastball swung on and missed. Ring him up and set him down. That's the 10th K of the ball game for Aceves. And there is 2 down here for the Cardinals in their half of the 6th. So that'll be Aiden Pender to the plate. Pender 1 for 2. Struck out back in the 2nd. Singled to right in the 4th. So he'll step in with nobody on, 2 down. Outfield about halfway back or so. Pondo a step or so over into the hole at left center. Infield the normal position. Hernandez sets up well to the outside. First pitch from Aceves, and that one is going to be on the outside corner right at the top of the zone, strike 1. This ump has definitely given both pitchers the top of the zone. And they have taken advantage. And the 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, and that one just going to miss. And that'll even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So it's a 1 ball, 1 strike count. And that one is going to be away for ball number 2. We click just after 6 o'clock here in the Mountain Time Zone. Great to have you with us here on the Lovington and Eunice broadcast. Strike at the top of the zone on the fastball, strike 2. Lovington and Eunice. Here on the Eunice Sports YouTube channel, Lea County News and Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com. 2-2 count, 2 down. Aiden Pender is the hitter. 2-1 lead for Lovington if you're just joining us. And the 2-2 pitch from Aceves, and that one is going to be away. Ball 3 as Pender will work the count full. Aceves does not want to lose him. Wants to get into the dugout. Chance to see if they can add to the lead. Eunice wants to keep this one going, trailing by a run. And the payoff pitch, breaking ball, and in there, called strike 3, 11th K of the ball game for Aceves. Sits Eunice down 1-2-3 in the 6th. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Eunice trails Lovington 2-1. This is Lovington Wildcat and Eunice Cardinal Baseball from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
In the top of the sixth, it's 1-2-3. Down go the Cardinals. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on as we head to the bottom of the sixth. Lovington hanging on to a 2-1 lead. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 as Chavez, Hernandez, and Pata due up for the Wildcats as they try and tack an insurance run or two on here if they can. And Chavez is going to look to start things off.
Number 16, Jonathan Aceves.
Aceves to the plate. He is 1 for 2. And the first pitch to Jonathan will be away for ball number 1. Of course, he was at the plate when Pondo got caught stealing to end the fifth. Chance Tucker still on the hill has pitched a fairly solid game thus far. Only given up 4 hits and a couple of runs, but the offense has not really paid off for him yet, as that one will be outside, ball number 2. But Aceves, the other way, has had something to do with that. He's dealt his own gem. And the 2-0 pitch, fastball swung on. That one is shot out to deep center field. Going back is Blevins, and that one will be off of the monster in center. Blevins will get it on the bounce as Aceves on the horse heads in with a leadoff stand-up double to dead center field. If that one is 15 feet right or 15 feet left, it is a 3-1 ball game. As it is, it's a leadoff double, and now it will be Jaden Hernandez to the plate. We will have a courtesy runner check into the ball game as Jaden Gutierrez will come in for Aceves. So now Jaden Hernandez to the plate. Hernandez 0 for 1. He did walk back in the third, stole the base, and was left stranded. So let's see what Coach Ariola has up his sleeve here. So Jaden Hernandez, I didn't think you would have your catcher bunt in this situation, but then again, with the speedy Gutierrez now at second running for Aceves, you might want to think about it. Tucker going to check the runner. Pender holds him on. And the first pitch to Hernandez. Ooh, up and in, and getting out of the way of that one is Jaden. Ball 1. So the 1-ball, no strike count. Outfield playing straight away and fairly deep, about 3/4 of the way back. Morales maybe a couple of steps over towards left center. Pender shading towards the bag, and the pitch swung on and getting a piece of that one and fouling it off. Hernandez, as the hit and run was on, as moving was Gutierrez on the pitch. It's a little instruction from Coach Ariola over at third, and we'll make the 90-foot trot back to second. Middle infielders squeezing in just a little bit. Hernandez could come around a little bit late on one and shoot one over towards the right side. Huge hole between Calvio and Pender over there. Calvio shading maybe a step over towards the bag at first. And now Hernandez is going to show bunt on 1-1, and he will put it down to perfection. Comes into the grass and getting it and sailing it over the head of Calvio, and that will score a run as Gutierrez comes around, heading around to third as that one being bobbled around and finally going to come to a rest. But it'll be Hernandez, and what would have been a sacrifice turns into a run that cashes in Gutierrez. So it will go as the sacrifice E, as that one got sailed by Tucker. So a sacrifice E1, and Hernandez going to wind up all the way over at third, and Lovington now with a 3-1 lead. So now that'll bring Pata to the plate. with nobody out and a runner at third, as Hernandez going to give way to Matthew Hernandez over at third. And now it'll bring Pata to the plate. Pata 0 for 1. Grounded out his last time up, walked and was left stranded. He'll take the first pitch and shoot it out to the parking lot, strike one. As the hollering heads up. Coming out, yeah, heads for sure. And Pata gets a piece of it, but fouls it off. So Tucker now definitely in a jam, and sixth hit of the ball game, third run, cashed in for Lovington. So Tucker going to look in, get the sign from Cerna. Now he'll deal the 0-1, and whoa, boy, in the middle of nowhere, no man's land is caught in the pickle, is going to be Hernandez as the throw down is coming back in, waiting and putting the tag on. Yep, as Hernandez, got caught down, and so that one is officially going to be 2-5 to 1 for out number one, and it will clear the bases off. They'll get caught in the rundown as Hernandez a little bit too anxious. Count evens up at 1-1 as the base is now clear for Pata. So some base running boo-boos have cost the Cats a couple of outs. And the 1-1 pitch, check swing, did he go? They're going to appeal it down. And nope, they're going to say that he held up on it. No, that'll be ball number 2. I believe that's a 2-ball, 1-strike count now to Pata at the plate. As Tucker gets the sign from Cerna, kicks and fires. That one going to be away, ball 3. So a 3-ball, 1-strike count, 1 down. The ump showing 2-1. And Pata asking 3-1. That should be 3-1. Now Coach Ariola going to get involved with it. I've got it at 3-1. Is this the second time in this one we've had a question about the count? Of course, while we have a moment, I'd like to thank everybody who makes Lovington Wildcat Athletics possible here on the Lea County News and Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com, Lovington Sports YouTube. Also, a big thanks to the folks who make the Eunice Cardinal broadcast possible. You see them there at the bottom of your screen. Couldn't do it on the Eunice Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com without their help and assistance, too. And we definitely appreciate all of those folks who help make this possible to bring you these ball games absolutely free from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. And, yep, they've decided it is 3-1. Hey, I was right the second time today. 3-1, and that one is going to be shot foul. And over just past the Eunice dugout, so that'll run the count full to Pata with nobody on but 1 out. But more importantly, an insurance run across for the Cats. It'll be 7, 8, and 9. Blevins, Jeter, and Colborn due up for the Cards, and that one is going to be in there, called strike 3. Ring him up and sit him down as Pata was heading for first, and kind of a delayed call. I think maybe he doesn't toss the bat. He gets the call. Umpires don't like it when you start trotting down before the call. And so now it'll be Ethan Gonzalez, a DH to the plate. Gonzalez 0 for 2. As Tucker deals, swung on, and that one a little looper off the end of the bat and diving out and just out of the glove of Calvio. He kind of had to turn the glove sideways to get to it. Winds up being a strike 1, but great hustle over there for Calvio. And it's strike 1 to Gonzalez at the plate. So the no ball, 1-strike count. Again, the Cats with a run across this inning, a leadoff double for Jonathan Aceves. Then a sacrifice and an error, first error of the ball game, which turned into the run. Then Hernandez getting caught in the rundown, then the strikeout. Gets us where we are now as that one is up and in on Gonzalez. He has to duck and dodge out of the way of the first ball. So a 1-ball, 1-strike count. With 2 down, and the 1-1 pitch, and that one is up and away, ball number 2. So a 2-ball, 1-strike count to Gonzalez at the plate. Cerna down, giving the sign, sets up right over the heart, and the 2-1 pitch, and that one is going to be top of the zone, called strike 2. This ump is giving it to both of them. So that evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the 2-2 count, and swung on and missed. Ring him up and set him down. And that will end the Lovington threat here in the 6th. But they managed to put another run across as we head to the 7th. Do or die time for the Cardinals. You're listening to and watching the Eunice Cardinals and the Lovington Wildcats from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional man welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lea County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lea County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lea County Electric, owned by those we serve.
For the Wildcats in the bottom half of the 6th inning, they get 1 run on 1 hit. Eunice commits 1 error, and no runners are left on base. So we will head to the 7th. It is do or die time for the Cardinal offense, and they've got Blevins, Jeter, and Colborn to try and get the line moving for them. I'm TJ Miracle in for Jimmy and the crew on the Eunice broadcast, and flying solo, Don Morgan on assignment with the Lovington Lady Cats from here on the Lovington broadcast. So Blevins, Jeter, and Colborn. Blevins 0 for 1 walked and was left stranded in the 2nd and grounded out 2 in the 4th. But now it'll be Blevins to try and get the line moving for a potential and a potent Eunice offense. So the Cardinals down to their final 3 outs here in this non-district Lea County matchup as Aceves deals fastball outside, ball 1. So Aceves on the hill trying to get the complete game victory. And it will be his to win or potentially lose here. As Blevins, the righty, settles back in. They would like to get him on. Center fielder with good speed, and the 1-0 pitch swung on and missed as Aceves takes a little bit off of that one and gets Blevins over the top, strike 1. Of course, next up for Lovington, 1 week from today here at the friendly confines of Wildcat Park, it'll be the Goddard Rockets coming in to start district, and the 1-1 pitch in the dirt and goes through the 5-hole. Nobody on, no harm, no foul, ball 2. Next up for Eunice, they'll play an Easter Saturday doubleheader against the El Paso Leadership Academy. Game getting underway 11 o'clock, I believe, on Saturday morning from there at Cardinal Park. And the 2-1 pitch, and that one is going to be on the outside corner. Good pitch from Aceves, evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Oh, a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Top of the 7th inning, a 3-1 Lovington lead. Now Hernandez has relayed the sign. Now he sets up on the outside corner, and the 2-2 pitch, and swung on and missed. Ring him up and sit him down. 12th K of the ball game for Jonathan Aceves. And there is 1 down here in the top of the 7th. So 12 Ks in the ball game for Aceves. Very impressive. So now Braylon Jeter to the plate. Jeter's 3rd plate appearance. He's 0 for 0. He's walked twice. He scored the lone Eunice run back in the 5th. So Jeter, the lanky 3rd baseman, will settle in. And the first pitch from Aceves, that one is going to be a little bit high for ball number 1. Oh, 1 ball, no strike count. Aceves quickly back to work, and the 1-0 pitch, and that one is going to be in the dirt, blocked out by Hernandez. But it will be ball 2. Here, Aceves, just continue to do what you're doing. If I get the bat on the ball, trust your offense, or rather your defense. A 2-ball, no strike count. And the pitch from Jonathan, and that one will be at the top of the zone on the outside corner. and make it a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Cardinal faithful have not liked that zone, but it's been that way for both teams. Now the 2-ball, 1-strike count as Aceves will deal, and that one is going to be shot off and into foul ground out in right field. And the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Waiting on deck, Brady Colborn, the number 9 hitter for the Cardinals. Jeter getting solid lumber on that one, but shooting it foul. Got around a little late on the Aceves fastball. And Jonathan deals the 2-2, and that one is going to be in there. Called strike 3. Ring him up, sit him down. Back-to-back Ks have the Cardinals down to their final 3 strikes in this one. And it'll be up to the number 9 hitter, Brady Colborn, to get it turned around to the top of the order for the Cardinals. And with 3-1 score right now, as the Lovington Wildcats looking for their 7th win of the season. And so is Aceves ready to deal to Colborn, who is 0 for 1, and he'll show bunt and pull it back. And they're going to say ball 1. They're going to say he did get it pulled back. As Hernandez asking for clarification. He didn't think he got it pulled back, but Blue said, yeah, he did. Actually, the man in blue wearing black today. 2 umpire crew. And the 1-0 pitch to Colborn. Swung on and missed on the changeup. Evens things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. Jonathan looks in, gets the sign from Hernandez. And the 1-1 swung on and missed. Strike number 2. Oh, now it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Eunice down to their final strike of this one. And so now the 1-2 offering. As Aceves trying to end it right here. And the kick and the 1-2 pitch outside evens things up at 2-2. Trying to get Colborn to chase. But Brady holds off on it, so it'll be a 2 ball, 2 strike count. Hernandez sets. Aceves ready to go. The high kick and the 2-2 pitch, and that one will be in the dirt. Ball 3. So Colborn works it to a full count. Trying to find any way he can to get on base to bring the potential tying run to the plate for the Cardinals. And Aceves wants anything but that to happen. So Aceves takes the long look in. Now he's ready to go. Sets at the letters and the payoff pitch in there. Ring him up, sit him down as Aceves will strike out the side, and the Lovington Wildcats will get the victory 3-1 over the Eunice Cardinals. We'll take a quick timeout, come back and wrap this one up. This is Eunice Cardinal and Lovington Wildcat Baseball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
School is back in session, and we are excited to be back. The Lovington Municipal School District welcomes our amazing students, staff, and families. With over 3,000 students across 10 campuses, the Lovington School District is the pride of Lee County. As we build champion cats, we're looking forward to seeing you at school activities. For on-demand updates about Lovington schools, please log on to lovingtonschools.net.
At Devon, they're proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership, skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
As we are back here at Lovington Wildcat Park, the Cats victorious over the Eunice Cardinals 3-1 in this one. I'm TJ Miracle. Final line score for you for the Wildcats. They get 3 runs on 6 hits, no errors, and 4 runners left on base. For the Cardinals, 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error committed, and they leave 5 runners stranded. Jonathan Aceves goes the entire way and will get the complete game victory So a 2-hit, 1-run affair in which he strikes out 14. Chance Tucker on the other side also with a pretty good game, even though he gave up 3 runs. All of them, or I'm sorry, 2 of the 3 were earned. Tucker goes the complete way in the loss, but Tucker also with a pretty good day on the hill too, just giving up 6 hits. And in the loss, he also strikes out 8. So Tucker with a pretty good game too, but Lovington just too much and taking advantage of their ability to steal, being very aggressive on the base paths, and then got the insurance run on the 1 error of the ball game in the 6th inning. So up next for the Wildcats, next Thursday they will open district right here at Wildcat Park with the Goddard Rockets coming to town for Eunice. They'll have a doubleheader on Saturday against the El Paso Leadership Academy East. So with Lovington next week, you'll be able to see that game here on the Lea County News and Sports YouTube channel. For Eunice on Saturday, of course, right here on the Eunice Sports YouTube channel. Of course, all those games also available at HobbsAmerica.com. So a Lea County matchup as the Cats will improve to 7-9, and they will drop the Cardinals to 8-3 on the season. For the entire Eunice crew, Jimmy and Rosendo and the whole gang there, and for Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from Wildcat Park. This has been an exclusive presentation of New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Have a great afternoon, everybody.